and you see the transfer portal, you know, that's the day and age that we live in. So coaches have to make the adjustment. We've already made it, and anything we can do to help is why we're here.
Well, we really appreciate it. And I tell you what, you got a great platform here, and it's very well done. And I like the speed at which it's done and the fact that it is so well organized, and you see that in the flow of the game.
I appreciate you, appreciate Score Sports, and, you know, we just got to give glory to God, man. We started off in the backfield of McEachin. It was tough. I ran the game with about 3 people, 3 parent volunteers, and now, you know, we're here. So we slowly build. I tell parents, I've got a return on your investment, and I plan to do just that every single year. I got to try to find a way to take it to the next level next year. We're definitely not satisfied. Until we get more Georgia kids involved, more kids from across the country involved, we're not satisfied. I want kids represented from everywhere. Some states can't play. Alabama kids can't play. North Carolina, Tennessee kids can't play. That definitely hurts. But for the ones that can, it's a hotbed world.
Yes, sir, indeed it is. Hey, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you.
All right, well, we're getting ready to come on back right here. Getting ready to head back to the second half of action here at the Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase, the best of 2021. My partner in crime, Craig Chapman.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Man, it is going.
That was a really nice interview right there.
Well, you know, I do what I can. I've often been told I'm the Katie Kirk of YouTube.
Oh, man, you're killing me. I heard it was a blue-collar comedy tour of YouTube.
You know, I have asked somebody, where were we? I guess we were at Kennesaw State when somebody asked how they got Ron White to come. I take that as a compliment, though. I find Ron hilarious.
You've been called a hillbilly before, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Somebody asked one time how they got Grizzly Adams on staff.
Here we go.
Well, here we go. We're set up to kick off for our second half right here.
Single score game. That's a good thing right here. It's a lot of fun for us to talk about games that are close and tight right now, Coach.
And there's the kick. Spinning kick going to be fielded right at the 9-yard line. Number 2 comes back to the middle. Is able to make a man miss. Oh, I thought he had the outside right there. Brought down by number 44 for the white team.
Got 19 yards on the return right there. So, you're going to start
for a 19-yard return.
Start right here at should be around the 18, 19-yard line. Right at just a little bit over the 18.
I think we're starting at the 29.
Oh, my bad.
It's all right.
28-yard line.
Yeah, that's why we teach history, buddy. That's why we teach history.
Good. I'm glad that somebody understands it when I now say that if my daughter asks me for help in a math problem, I just shake my head and say no.
Here we go. Release rules coming into play.
Yes.
And had a man open right there. That was number 11 coming across the middle.
I would think that if you looked at this,
pass will be incomplete. That'll bring up third down.
If you looked at that,
second down.
Be right there. If he would have given that football, I don't know if that was a called, play action pass or an RPO. But if he'd have given that, he had a huge hole to run through over there. But he also had people wide open, and you were right about the bunch and stack release rules. That's a big deal, especially if you're playing man.
I love the stack and the bunch. It gets confusing when you're running around out there.
Here it is, second down and 10.
Best in the gun. He drops, looks out to his left,
Nice
lets it
play.
fly. Nicely defended right there.
Nice play by number.
Pass intended for number 80.
Broken up by number 18 right there, Coach.
Broken up by
Nicely
number 18.
done. Robinson on the play. Robinson's out of Miami, Florida, where some of the fastest kids in the country come out of.
Made the mistake one time of going down and coaching in the Georgia-Florida game and found out real fast that if you line up in the shotgun and snap it 5 yards, they're going to catch the snap. It was bad.
I'll tell you what, some of the fastest kids in the country come out of the Southeast, with Florida being a big contributor to that.
We got trips right here. I don't think they got enough people on the line.
West takes snap, drops, looks left, scrambles back to his right, is able to evade the rush, is trying to get the edge.
Ooh,
Oh,
it might
man,
call a
that might
horse
be a
collar.
horse collar right there, but no, they're going to leave it alone. Brought down by number 44.
5-yard gain right there.
Justin Hunter on the play right there.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Man, that's going to bring the punting situation. I expect Zow's is going to make it out to the field. 4th and what looks to be about 5.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So what you got right here, you're going to get 4th and 5. You're going to get a punt. You're going to punt with the wind.
Well, hopefully Zowza gets a better punt off this time. Simply because the last time I think he was really trying to get hold of it, and sometimes, anybody that's ever played golf, you try to swing too hard.
That goes with anything, Coach.
And because, the kid's got good extension. I was watching him warm up. The ball just came off weird.
Yeah, it was.
There's a snap. There's the kick.
Yeah,
Gets a much better ball. It turns over, and it's going to drop in behind everybody, and it's going to get a really, really nice roll. That ball is going to be down at about the 23-yard line.
42-yard punt right there. So that helps out after the 13 and the 15-yard. You got the 42-yard punt, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line for the white squad right here. I'll see if they come out and try to establish number 23 back in here.
Mr. Outler, I would think
yes,
so.
Yes, sir. Mr. Outler left an impression on me. That cat can play.
I'll tell you what, there's no doubt. It is quite the race here at the Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase here. Speaking of race, here comes that motion. A reverse. And here comes Hall around the left side. He cuts back to the middle. He's able to stay up, gets a block or two.
The fact that he gained 4 yards on that, he made 3 or 4 people miss before he got back to the line of scrimmage, and he ended up with a 4-yard gain.
The defense had that one sniffed out.
Yeah.
But he was still able to make something out of it.
I appreciate the play call, too. It made it a little bit more fun.
Well, that's one of those things where you take a chance and you try something special.
Yeah, and I mean, what's the worst thing that happened? Nobody's getting fired over running a reverse in an all-star game. So, I mean, if they stop it, so they stopped it. So, I mean, it is what it is. Here comes your buck.
LaFrance gives the outlet. He's around the left side.
He just shoved that dude off.
Oh,
Man.
I thought he was going to break that tackle.
4 more right there for Mr. Outler. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Brought down by number 32. Seabrooks. I tell you what, man, if Seabrooks doesn't make that play right there, I think Mr. Outler is off to the races.
I think you're going to get to see Mr. Outler again right here on this 3rd and 2. In the first half, the halftime stats, the white squad has the lead 6-0. They have 64 total yards, Coach. To the black squad 67. The big key is the one turnover that the white had to the 2 for the black squad. Now, we're looking at a thing right here where the clock's running, pretty rapidly. We're under 8 minutes already. And you got this 3rd down. If you keep getting first downs,
LaFrance takes a snap on what looks to be a long trap.
See where they spotted this. I think
it's going to be close.
Should be right at. If it's right at the yard line, it should be a first down.
They're debating where it's at right now.
And they're not going to give it to him. He's going to give him a gain of 1 yard, about 1.5 yards, really. So it's going to be 4th down and 1. They gave him 1.
My offense stays out there.
Well. So it was kind of interesting, Coach. We got right here. We got a clock running under 7 minutes right here. It's a 6-0 game. I understand you're saying we're going to go for it right here, but you are up 6, and you haven't really given up anything of any purpose, on defense. So I can understand the punt right here.
Mason Garrett out to kick. There's a snap and
Hammered.
Kick. Nice punt. Fair caught by number 1 right there for the black team. He loses it.
If he didn't catch it, and it hit him, that should be the white ball.
Yeah,
right?
that's a muffed punt. That's a white ball.
Should be.
They're going to come out and talk about it, which I can appreciate.
At least getting it right.
Yeah, that's the key part of pretty much everything. And they're talking about it.
That should be white ball.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Okay. I'm not understanding the call right here.
Yes, he muffed it.
Unless they call it unless they call it that he was too close. They said
Inadvertent whistle. That's the call we're getting from downstairs. Inadvertent whistle, you got to replay the down.
All right. Well, at least we got it.
But that's a rule I can understand.
We got the information on that one. That's good with me, as long as I know what's going on.
To me, that's one of the key things that referees and coaches, there's always a lot of friction. I say always. There's oftentimes a lot of friction between referees and coaches.
No, Coach, you were right the first time. There is always a lot of friction.
And most of that stems from miscommunication.
It does.
Where something gets called. But back to action. There's the kick.
Another
nice spiraling kick.
Wow.
It's going to be fielded on the
It's
run.
the same thing.
Tries to scoop it up. Ball picked up by number 1 from the black team. He's around the left edge. Spins back to the middle. Yikes.
20-yard return right there.
Goodness gracious.
20-yard return after a 35-yard punt.
That guy brought down.
So B.J.
O'Brien on the return for the black team brought down. Was that number 96?
Yeah, I think so.
Brought down by number 96,
Terrence Jackson. Terrence is a big boy. I tell you what, now I love guys like that running down there making a play on a return. That's big time right there now.
Coach, you want to look at that again so we get to see what happened right here on this return?
Yeah, let's take a glance at that. All right. There's the kick. Return right there. All right. Where's Big Boy at? Well, dadgum. Here he comes. He spins back.
Boom.
And there it is. Right there, you see him. You got to love him when you see a big guy hustling to try and make a play. Here he is right here. He's going to come in and just ruin number 1's day. I tell you what, getting splashed by big guys is not something return men look forward to. But if you remember number 1,
he just had muffed the punt. We got saved by the inadvertent whistle.
But we were commenting about him earlier, how he looks like a prototype DN.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was on the other team, Coach.
There's so many good kids out there.
Oh,
Here comes the jet coming around the edge. It was on the other team. There's so many good kids out here. It's hard to keep it straight who's who.
Gain of 8 on the play right there.
Because, as an old coach, you look at the body types, and anytime you see those big, rangy kids, there's so much they can do. There's so many spots where they can play and be really effective.
So right now here you got 2nd down and 2 at the 40 right here, Coach. And we got a chance to have a tie football game here pretty soon.
But, your playbook's wide open, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I mean. Whoa.
Ben Wellman not ready for the snap right there, is able to get on the ball.
Wow.
That's one of those things you just.
That's a loss of 15.
That hurts.
So from 2nd and 2 to 3rd and 17 right here.
Yeah, that's.
Ooh.
That doesn't help.
Man, that's sheesh. That was bad.
And it was like he was checking off. Wellman was checking off, and the ball just went right by him.
I don't know if he was checking off or not. I just know one thing: and somebody had a mistake in the communication process. And now we're under 5 minutes, and what looked like a very promising scoring drive, 10 seconds ago, doesn't look as promising now.
Yeah, trips out to the left. Wellman in the gun. There's a snap. Looks out to his left, lets it fly.
Oh.
Had a man. Ball intended for number 80, Jofran Star Graham.
If you look at that, you know, that's the 4 verticals with a single high safety coach, and they tried to play a cover 3 and pass it off, and he's there, and it looked like they had two routes in the same vicinity pretty close to one another. So, you know, that may have been one of those things that happened, but you're going to get a punt right now with 4:35 to go right here in the third quarter, and a 6-0 lead, and the white team's going to get the ball back.
Zalzo back to punt.
He had a nice punt the last time. Might want to back up.
Haul back deep.
Oh, that's much better.
Nice high spiraling kick. Takes a decent bounce. Ball down by number 1.
It was only a 20-yard kick, but it had good hang time and led to no return. Ball's at the 30-yard line.
That's the kind of punch you want. The kind that don't have a return.
I'm absolutely in agreement with you, Coach. The scariest plays in football are kickoff and punt returns.
I tell you what, it's been a great day. Great day here at Football Hotbed Showcases. Currently you're watching the Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase.
It's a hotbed world.
#HotbedWorld. For more information, you can go to footballhotbed.com.
These kids are the class of 2021, correct, Coach?
Yes, the best of 2021.
So, you know, we're out here at, you know, McEachern and enjoying this, and you got 1st and 10 right here at the 30.
There's a snap, quick throw out to the left side. Ball caught by number 3.
Gain of 3 yards on the play right there.
McDougal on the catch.
Hey, that guy right there screams athlete. Did you see the play he just made? He caught that ball, got turned.
Really stretched right there to make that play. That's that wide-rangey body we were talking about, you know, the ability to make plays, you know, and it's, you know, we were talking earlier, you can see not only the athletic prowess, but the size and the body types in these kids that have become so popular in football.
Yes. I mean, and to be quite honest with you, if you're an offensive coach, that's what you're looking for in a wide receiver. You're looking for somebody that not only can run, but can go up over top of people and can be physical blocking, and that's what these guys are.
Williams takes a snap, looks right, tries to go up the middle, but he's going to be brought down hard by number 92.
Sacked for a 5-yard loss. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12.
Jalen Madden
at their own 28. And, you know, it seems like, you know, you take 2 steps forward, you take 5 steps back.
In that song?
And yeah, it used to be. You know,
with a cartoon cat in it?
Yeah, it was. And Arsenio Hall. So, you know. Oh, you were talking about the cartoon cat for real.
Yeah.
All right. So, but the, you know, right now in the second half, it's been just a struggle. You know, you make one good play and then you have one bad play. So, you know, looking to see what happens right here. I'm thinking that you're going to get some kind of vertical. Make it a handoff to set up a punt.
Williams takes a snap, loses the handle, and he's going to be sacked. Brought down by number 21.
Loss of 11.
Quarterback sacked by number 21.
Isaiah Finney on the play.
So it's going to bring up 4th and the next county.
Fourth in the next county. I like that.
Go coaching. You know, we go under 2 minutes and 30 seconds right here. Could you tell us what's coming up after this game, Coach?
I'll tell you what's coming up after this game right now, buddy.
All right, you do that.
It will be the Football Hotbed National Junior Showcase. Here coming to you live from McEachern High School in beautiful Powder Springs, Georgia.
And that would be the class of 2020?
Indeed, it would be the best of 2020.
All right. And I guess that would still be a hotbed world still?
Hashtag.
Oh, my bad.
Hotbed world, my friend.
Uh-oh, here it is again.
Number 1 tries to get on it, still nothing.
It went out of bounds.
That ball's going to go out of bounds.
Well, I tell you what, we have seen some.
It is tough out there fielding the punt today.
The wind is. You know, it is a. Whew,
who received a verbal scholarship offer from the University of Georgia during the Football Hotbed National High School Showcase Tour this past Friday.
So you're going to get 1st and 10 for the Black Squad right here, Coach, at the 37-yard line with 1:50 left. They have the the wind for a minute and 50 seconds. Time to go in and score right here and kick the extra point, take this 7-6 lead is what they're trying to do right here. It's a little bit easier today to score going into this end of the stadium.
Best in the gun out there. Doubles look. Referees don't look set. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Oh, here comes the referee.
Moving too, Coach. Look at that.
I tell you what, that guy's scooting.
He was like, man, that was the best movement we've seen out of an official all season.
He must be a runner.
I like scooting, Coach.
And there's a snap, quick throw. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That one was headed the other way right there. That ball should have been picked by number 27. Kevin Knowles, he is kicking himself right now.
Kevin Knowles already has 2 fumble recoveries today. If he'd have had that one, that would have been the coup de grace. Now you got roughing the passer. So,
you know, we watched one last night bail somebody out.
Oh, Coach.
And where you can't brush Tom Brady's face mask without getting a call. But you know, this is one of those things where, you know, this is a clipboard breaking type moment.
Yeah.
Where I'm just on the sideline going, why? Why
would you do that? And then after that, you throw in the fact that if you pick that pass off, you're going to run to the end zone, and then it's going to negate 6.
Here comes motion
inside,
from right to left.
Wow, there's a huge
inside give right there.
Number 23, almost, baby. Almost.
I tell you what, if he keeps his feet right there, he's really got something.
Gain of 5 right there is going to bring up 2nd and 5.
Football Hotbed has an Atlanta-based 7-on-7.
Montage Joseph.
Please see Coach Nick or Coach Brandon before leaving.
Man, that was right there. That was one of the best holes we've seen all day. I mean, I could have made it through there with my limp right now, Coach.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I would have made it through there, but you know, you probably could have made it through there.
And once I would have got through there, I would have fallen, and that would have been hilarious. But you know, it is what it is. So, you know, we're going to look at this, and now all of a sudden the clock is running again.
Okay, and there's a flag, and it's going to be a delay of game.
Well, that's about the way it should have been because they were over there talking about it for an hour.
Second, it's going to bring up 2nd and about 10.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not sure if the coaches are on the field.
They just called timeout.
Called the timeout. Okay, and they're waving it off. Very wise decision by the coaches.
All right, well, you know, there it is. There was more communication. All right, Coach Collins, as we get ready, we got 57.6 seconds here in the third quarter. What would you expect here in the fourth quarter of this game?
In the fourth quarter of this game, I imagine that they're going to take a shot right here. You got to get in. You know, you're going to go for it on 4th down, but you only got 57 seconds, and you're down to 1 timeout.
Well, yeah, you know, you're down to 1 timeout, but you're in the third quarter right here, and the problem is that you're having is that when you go into the wind, you know, nobody's really having any success with that. Nobody. So you're about to give up that wind advantage that you have. So you probably really need to score right here because if you're still down going into the 4th, it seems like that's a tall task for anybody to have.
Well, you had a little bit of luck running the ball a minute ago.
Yeah.
Maybe you come back to that.
I agree. Well, here it is. It's 2nd down and 5. He's got him on the corner.
There's the throw.
Touchdown.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
That was a good call, though, Coach. You said they were going to take a shot, and what did they do? They took a shot. You know, maybe we should look at you again and discuss about your clairvoyant abilities. Now, 3rd down and 5 right here.
It'll be 3rd and 5.
It's going to bring up, like you said, 3rd and 5. What you got right here?
I am going to run number 1 on the shallow cross. But he looks like he's going out wide, and unfortunate because it would have been really cool to see him on the shallow cross because his movement on the jet, that play was really nice. But anyway, this would be slant or something right here, and it's trap.
And the quarterback pulls it, tries to get around the left side.
Hello.
And
that's a flag.
And they play it tough right there. Good job by the corner coming up and making that play. Shed a block and came up and made something happen. That play made by number 8 for the white team. That's Travis McNichols.
Quarterback brought down by number 8.
And that was a loss of 5 on the play, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 10. So we'll see what we got. This 4th down play coming in right here.
4th and 10.
It'll be 4th and 10.
But like you said, you're really looking to go in. You're really looking to go in right here before you get that change of direction, like you said.
Yeah.
Although it appears that the wind had died down, I'm looking at the flags right now, and they're kind of, well, and just as I say that, there they go.
Well, I mean, hey, see what we get right here. We're going to get a field goal attempt right here.
Zalzo lines up to kick. Looks like it's going to be about a 39-yard kick.
That's it.
The good news is that they cannot rush, although they appear that they're going to jump. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and
kick is good.
It is good.
And the kick is good.
So, with 43 seconds left in the third quarter,
Black.
that's going to take us 6-3.
Yeah, the
white team.
6.
The problem with that is that when you
43 seconds left in the third.
is that when you do that, now you got to kick the if you kick a tying field goal, you kick it into the wind. All right, Coach, what you got right here on the replay?
We were trying to take a look at that throw right there where we said they needed to take a shot.
Yeah.
So right here,
congratulations again to 2021.
You'll see them go up to the top right here. Quarterback's able to evade pressure, trying to get outside, and then he gets stuffed right there by the corner. So I apologize. That was that 4th down play.
That was 3rd and 5 right there.
That was 3rd and 5. I stand corrected.
So if you look right here,
really nice play by the corner though, coming up and shedding a block.
I thought they was going to get the call for the late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, okay. That one right there. That one right there. That was the one that would have done it.
That was when I said that's a penalty. I'm very partial to quarterbacks, especially when quarterbacks are running the ball and they get hit out of bounds. So, right here, kickoff at 6-3. It's 43 seconds left.
Hashtag hotbed world.
Yeah, it's one of those times where, you're trying to get the most out of this. So I'd be hammering this thing down to see if I can pin them deep when we come out. To start the 4th quarter right here.
Zal's on the kick.
And he did exactly that.
And he thumps it.
Uh-oh.
Mishandled by Hall. He's still trying to get the handle on it, picks it up. He's trying to come around the right side, comes back to the middle, and is going to be brought down by a host of black team members.
That was perfect. He kicked that thing deep. Panic set in. Right down there. He's going to start in the 12-yard line with 31.4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter in a 6-3 game.
And again, if you can make those guys turn around.
Yep.
That's why you always tell them to get deep. Put your heels on the 5. Because if you can make them turn around, they lose sight of everything that's in front of them.
It'll be interesting to see what this play call is, Coach. I really am interested to see what is coming right here because, as of right now, the white squad hadn't really done anything in the second half. This second half has been dominated by the black squad.
They had such a really nice drive in the first half.
And they had too many people on the field, but I like the fact that they're going to let them, play with that. That's good.
Doubles look. LaFrance takes a snap, drops.
Screen
to the back right there around the left side. Yep, they're going to call that.
Oh!
Back. Oh, my goodness. Man alive. Woo-wee. My goodness. Number 1 right there for the black squad. He introduced himself to the back right there.
There were things going on all over the place. You had a nice little screen set up. You had a block in the back. And then you had someone coming in from out of bounds and delivering the boom. That's just all there was to it.
Golly, he did just lower the boom.
I told you, man.
What was that kid's name again? Number 1?
Stud.
That's what I would call him.
He just
one black.
He just depleted. That was just.
St. Louis? No, I don't have a one.
Man, that guy is a player.
Searching for the name up here.
White comes back out after they regather themselves.
They're going to let it run to the end of the quarter. So that's the four. We're going to the fourth quarter, Coach.
And that's the end of
They're gonna flip sides right there.
You want to look at
let's take a look at
play 134.
Let's take a look at that play 134. Let me see if I can bring it up right here. We're ready, correct? Give me 1 second. We need to watch this hit again. All right, we're good. Here we go. We'll start into it. We'll go ahead and let it roll real quick.
Let's set up this screen really nicely right here. And pause it right there, Coach. You see him down here at the bottom of the screen. He's running his guy out of bounds.
Here he.
I don't know if that's.
Here he is right here.
No, that's number 2. Where does number 1 come from?
Okay, that's what we're looking for. Where is he?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. My goodness.
There he is. He has jammed a guy all the way out of bounds.
He rode his guy all the way out of bounds. So I was like, where is he? He rode his guy all the way out of bounds and then comes back in. Okay.
Son.
Okay, the slow motion doesn't do it right. Here we go. Here's one for you.
Wow.
I mean, just tattoos him. Just tattoos him. I tell you what, that's a hashtag hotbed world exploded right there.
Oh, man. So that brings up 1st and 15 after the waylays on that play. We had a block in the back that negated the gain on that play, and that poor guy that blocked the guy in the back, he's getting chewed out on the sideline for blocking the guy in the back, and the guy that got killed is saying, you even took my yards away from me, man. Come on now.
LaFrance in the gun. Quick give up the guts. Got a little room. Might squirt out. Drops. He lost the ball, but I think they're going to say he was down.
Yeah, he was.
But brings it back to 2nd and 11.
Yeah. I think that was actually 1st and 17. So now that was a gain of 6 because the ball was at the 5. So now you got 2nd and 11 from the 11 because you got to get to the 22 for the first down. Clock ticks under 9:30. White in control right here.
Here we go, LaFrance in the gun. There's a snap, drops.
Ooh,
looks to his left.
Wow.
Golly. Just swarmed by the black defensive line.
Loss of 8 right there, Coach.
Quarterback brought down by a host of the black team.
Number 96. Number 96, Quarter Ward right there on the sack. Man.
He showed no quarter.
No. My goodness. The Third Amendment, please.
He destroyed that guy. It'd be nice. If I am the black defense right here, I'm looking for this trap.
Trap, screen, draw, something. Because it is 3rd and forever.
And it is at the 2.5-yard line.
And you got to get out of the shadow of your own end zone. A quick give right there up the gut. And
there's the ball.
He barely made it out of the end zone.
And they are going to punt from the 1-yard line. So, what we talk about at the end of that thing at the end of the third quarter, you needed a great kick to pin them back deep so you could let your defense play. And that's exactly what happened. Now, same thing coming right here for the white squad. They need a great punt right here. They need a great punt.
Dashawn Stevens barely made it out of the end zone right there.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to punt with the wind right here. So let's see if that has any kind of bearing on this.
Mason Garrett out to punt. I tell you what, I'm sure he's glad there's no rush right now.
Yes.
There's a snap. Good snap.
Pretty good punt.
Pretty good punt.
31-yard punt.
Ball put on the ground. Actually, that did himself a favor. There he goes.
Score.
He's going to score. I tell you what right there. That was a big-time play. Corday St. Louis actually puts the ball on the ground, and it gives him time for his blocks to set up. We've been watching punts be mishandled today because between the ball being so hard and the wind being funky, but he kind of missed. He kind of lost the handle on it after he caught it, and when he put it on the ground, it gave him just enough time to see what was going on.
Yeah, and I was sitting there watching that thing going, hey, man, what a job he did right here on the punt. All right. So when we'll look at this play after the extra point. So, but it was one of those things where I thought the punt had been great. He kicked it, he got it out. It was pretty high. And I think when the ball hit the ground, everybody kind of stopped playing, and he just had the short sideline over there, and he was gone.
That's the thing. You got to play to the whistle.
Mm-hmm. Echo.
Yeah. Zauza lines up for the kick. This is a pretty important one.
Yeah, because this makes it a 2-possession game. Or a
touchdown
takes
game.
The field goal away from the
snap, hold, kick.
It.
Oh, so close to the cameraman.
And the kick is good.
And it's up and good.
All right.
All right, let's take a quick look at that return, that touchdown.
All right.
There's the kick. Up.
All right.
Now, right here he catches it.
32-yard line. That's a 31-yard punt, all right?
But what you got to watch is everybody kind of freezes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see him setting up his blocks down the sideline, and then he's going to cut it back.
Pause it right there, Coach. There's nobody there.
And now you can see right here, key up the music.
Strike up the band.
All by myself. He's out there all alone. Hey, can we get that done where we have music we can go to? That would be awesome.
All right. So now, hey, if you're the white squad right here, you got the wind, you're down 4, you got to go get this thing done right now. All right? You haven't really done anything since the one drive you had in the first half. So, I think it's time to reintroduce number 23 to the football game.
Mr. Outler?
Yes.
I would give him the ball. We've watched teams, when they really needed success today, go back to the run.
Yes, that was the story of the first game. When it was late in the game and it was a
7-7 game for a long time.
We were talking about kicking a field goal to win the game, and all of a sudden they went and ran the ball 3 times for 36 yards. Turn the corner right here.
Here he comes.
Got to play.
There he goes. He's got some help out in front of him. Hall lays a block for him.
Oh, that's a really nice job.
Wow. 8. That's Travis McNichols on the return. And I tell you what, watching
it'll be 1st and 10.
Ajayi Hall, you can tell when a kid's a big-time player when he does little things that he doesn't have to do.
Yeah, he was out there throwing a block out in front right there, nicely done on the 42-yard kickoff return.
He had a big-time block on one of the touchdowns. I don't think it was a touchdown, it was a long run. Where he's out there, just really getting into somebody's chest. And that's what great players do.
And now you're right back in there. 7:22 to go in the fourth quarter, and all the work and all the momentum that the black squad had the whole second half, you're 28 yards away from all that being blown up right in your face, and then you're back in the same situation where the wind's in your face and you're having to drive the field. So you got 1st and 10 at the 28 right here.
Oh, I didn't mean to tell you.
France in the gun. Brings motion across from right to left.
There it is.
Give right up the gut. That ball handed to Robichaux.
4-yard gain right there on 1st down. Going to bring up 2nd and 6. All right. In your first game, Coach, we had a 23-7 final of the black squad beating the white squad in the National Freshman Showcase.
Well, I will tell you, Coach Chapman, that score does not reflect the game.
No, but that game was very similar to this game, a very close game, very tight game until late when an interception return for a touchdown kind of made the score a little bit,
a little lopsided.
Yeah, a little bit wider than the margin. But it was very similar to this in the fact that right now the same thing's kind of happening. The white squad is going down to try to take the lead here in the fourth, and they're going back to the running game.
Here comes Robichaux around the right edge. He's got some help out in front of him.
Very nice run
Gets a
right
good
here.
block, tries to stay in. He was really close. They're going to mark him out at about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, so that's about a 23-yard gain right there. That was a really nice play right there. So you're going to have 1st and goal from the 2 right here.
I tell you what, man, going back to the run.
Yeah.
You have a team that really hasn't done anything to speak of in the second half. They go back to the run like they were doing early, and here it is.
Now, do you think the quarterback's going to try to keep this, or do you think they're just going to run it in?
I hand it off.
Earlier in the game, they tried that quarterback thing when they pulled it and they fumbled it. So I'm thinking right here we're going to get a nice running play right here.
Get your sniffer back, slide him around, and run the ball. Get behind number 10 right here on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
There goes the sniffer from right to left. Pull the guard.
Well, that's easy right
and
there.
There he goes.
That's the easiest 2-yard touchdown you'll ever see.
Robichaux's in. That's it, man.
Touchdown.
And just like that, it's 12-10. It's 12-10. They're going to line up for the kick, see if they can make it a 3-point game.
All right. This is an important extra point right here.
Indeed it is.
We've already seen one missed on this end of the field today.
Garrett lines up for the kick. And here we go. There's a snap, a hold.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
I don't think he made it. I think he missed
And
it.
it is no good.
So now
it's a 2-point game.
A field goal wins it. So, all right, let's take a look at the play that led to the touchdown, Coach.
That could be the difference. Here we go right here. We'd been saying, let's go back to the run. Let's go back to the run. Motion comes across. He comes back.
That's basically just power with the H-back right there.
And gets outside. And he's going to get some help right here.
That's a great block.
Out of one of his receivers. And the thing is when you're playing receiver, you don't have to devastate anybody. You just got to stay in his way.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see him come around, and he's able right there. He just gets in his way. And he stays in bounds and is finally shoved out. And great job trying to keep his balance. Yep. Almost got in. I thought if he had leapt from the 2-yard line, he might get in. But I always get scared when the kids jump because I think they're going to land on something or hurt themselves.
Or fumble the ball out the side of the
I fumbled the ball out of the back of the end zone. Man, that's nightmarish stuff.
So right now, Coach, we're sitting here at 12-10. If you had to pick a player of the game, let's go ahead and discuss it a little bit. Who would you be with?
Player of the game. Man, that's tough. There's been a lot of big plays. I mean, you can't really give player of the game to the team that doesn't win. And I think this game is still very much up in the air.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But Garrett lines up to kick.
Well, he hammered that thing.
He thumps it.
Touchback starting to
touchback right there, and that's what you want. Make them go 80.
Yeah, definitely.
Make them go 80 into the wind.
80 into the wind.
So now, even though you're only up by 2 points,
yeah, they've got to get basically to the 3-yard line for anybody
they got to get close. They got to get close to get that thing in there.
All right. So 12-10, 6:03 left in an exciting sophomores game, Coach. Wouldn't you say?
Exciting. That's not even the word for it. I tell you what, these have been so evenly matched. My hat's off to Football Hotbed for the way that they set these games up. They evaluate the kids before they start breaking people up, and it delays the rosters, but what you get is a superior game.
And it's really well. I like the explanations that he gave on how these things are picked and how things are. And
release rules, single high safety.
Yep. It's going to be switch route right here. Nope.
Motion coming across. Fakes the jet, throws the slant.
Got him down.
There he goes. He's down the middle. Oh man.
Nice tackle right there by number 40.
I'll tell you what.
Ball pass to number 5.
That was a game-saving tackle by number 40 right there, Hugo Silsby.
22-yard gain right there brings up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Big-time play right there by Isaac Demick. I thought Isaac was headed to the house.
Yeah, 22 yards on 1st down. That'll get you out of that shadow of your own goal line. And, the clock's running now. You got 5:49 ticking.
I tell you what, you start to really feel good about things now that you're at midfield.
Problem is for the black squad, they got one timeout left. Now you got bunch release rules again, stack release rules. Same play.
Motion coming across. Give on the zone right up the gut.
And he gains maybe a yard.
Dashawn Stevens on the carry. Pickup of about 1. Going to bring up 2nd and 9.
All right, so, you're getting this thing. The pace is picking up a little bit right here for the offense, for the black squad right here. The clock's going to be under 5 minutes the next time they snap the ball.
Well, there we go. I'm almost, if I'm the black team, I'm like, slow down.
All right, and here's the problem with that. This is probably it. You have 1 timeout left. If you don't get it right here, you only stop the clock once. The way they just ran the football on you. But I like this right here. They've just singled this up right here. They're going to try to go out.
I see it down here at the bottom.
They're going to try to go down here at the bottom.
Quarterback under lots of pressure, and he's going to fold right there. Great job collapsing the pocket by the white defensive line.
Loss of 4 is going to bring up 3rd down and about 13.
Number 90 in on that action right there, Ryan Keeler.
I mean, they've literally both front lines have dominated. There have been people open down the field for shots in this game.
You got to be able to throw the ball. Wellman was under a lot of duress right there and just couldn't get the ball out.
So it brings up 3rd down and 13, and be interesting to see how this is played out. But I'm thinking that number 1's going to be involved in this somehow.
And there's the cushion we were looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Trips to the right. There's a snap. Wellman drops, looks, rolls right. He's got some room to run.
Those are
lets it fly.
That's going to be caught. And I think they're going to get roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
So you're going to get it right there. You got a 12-yard gain, which would have brought it to 4th and 1, but then they're going to get 15 added onto that, so that's going to give them a 1st down with just under 3:50 to play here in the 4th quarter.
That pass complete to number 16, LaMarcus Brand.
It was a really nice throw and catch right there, and it would have set up a makeable 4th down. All right? But this game right here is coming down to a finish, Coach. We're going to get ourselves a little finish right here.
But instead, what you're going to do is you're going to almost put them in field goal range.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. The ball moves up to the 34-yard line now. So, literally, if you got 24 yards right here, you could kick a field goal and win the game 13-10. All right? Now, if you're, the black squad's got to be careful right here. They can't take too much time. They can't get a penalty, especially not a delay. They cannot get a delay of game. So, be interesting to see how this worked.
I'll tell you what, right now, that's one of those things where I'm looking at my defense, I'm like, you got to be smart.
Yep.
I need a big play right here at Jemiah Williams off the edge. There's motion. Give back up the gut.
Hello.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
I tell you what, that's number 54 for the white team came up and stuck him.
I mean, he's got a catch on the day, too, at number 54.
Number 54 on the stop.
He's the H-back on the white team.
Yeah.
That's Amari McCray that came up and made that play.
Mr. McCray introduced himself very rudely right there.
My goodness. He was instrumental in those runs coming out on the edge.
Yeah.
He's the H-back for the white team.
Gain of 2 right there. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 as the clock runs under 3 minutes, Coach.
Tell you what, time's becoming a big deal. Wellman in the gun. There's a snap. He drops, looks to the left. He rolls left. He's going to be swarmed under.
Sack right there. Loss of –
I mean, that's a group effort. There's 3 guys on top of him right there.
Loss of 5 right there is going to bring up 3rd down and about 13. So there's the same spot we were in last time. 3rd down and 13.
3rd and 13 right here. 2:22 left in the game and counting.
All right. So you're about to be under 2 minutes, and you got 2 downs to get this. So how do you approach this, Coach? You try to get 6 or 7 right here. You try to push.
I try to get 6 or 7 in case I want to kick a field goal.
Yeah, they're going to throw the screen out here to number 1 coming back.
Wellman lines up in the gun. There's a snap. He drops. Looks out to his left. Lets the ball fly. He's got his man. Number 1 on the catch. He comes back to the middle.
He got the 1st down.
That's the most important thing. Hang on to the ball, buddy. Hang on to the ball.
By number 1.
All right, great catch right there. That's going to bring up a first and 10 right there at the 17-yard line
yep.
for the black team.
That was a 19-yard completion, Coach. 3rd and 13. And it would have been more. He turned around and ran back.
Yeah, he did. He did try to double back, but that's one of those deals where you got the first down, whatever. If you get the first down, you can do whatever you want after you got the first down.
Clock ticks under 1:30 now, Coach. And we're getting down to.
Wellman gives right at the gut.
Ooh,
my goodness!
No gain.
It looked like
54.
44 maybe.
54, 44. Is that 90 or 30?
90.
Yeah, that guy, all of those guys were in there and made the play, Coach. 2nd down and 10 as the clock runs under a minute.
That white defense has been there. It's letdowns on their back end where they're having the trouble. Because, they've been pressuring their quarterback pretty regular. Wellman's under duress and having to move out of the pocket pretty much every play, but is managing to find somebody.
They're going to have to do something. They can't keep taking this much time. They only got the one timeout left.
There's a snap. Wellman looks, throws it out to his left.
Oh, broken up.
That one was really close to going the other way.
Broken up.
That pass broken up by Jameer Alves.
Jameer Alves.
I thought he was headed the other way with that. I really did. And he calls for the no-fly zone.
Mm-hmm. So now you got 3rd and 10 right here, Coach.
That brings up 3rd down.
I say, call me a chicken. I'm running the ball right here.
And setting up the field goal.
I'm running the ball right up the gut. And I'm gonna call my timeout. I'm gonna let it go down to about 4 seconds, and I'm gonna call my timeout if they don't call timeout. That's me. Wellman in the gun. There's a snap. Quick give up the gut. He heads around the right side. Ball carried by number 23.
Gain of 3 right
Montage
there.
Joseph.
Number 23.
And
so they called the last time out with 21.1 seconds.
Timeout black.
All right, here we go.
sounds are coming out on the field right there. Let's take a look at what got them there.
Timeout black.
Here we go. I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. Right here.
3rd and 13 right here.
Quarterback scrambles. You can see number 1 has good separation here because they were playing off of him. And then it's like they just lose him.
Well, they sink to the 2 inside seams, which I don't understand. They got 3 guys in there covering 2.
And there he is. He's going to catch it right back to the middle. And that cat is just electric.
Yep.
That cat is electric. Is he not one of the guys that they said got an offer while he was up here?
I think he said from the University of Georgia.
From the University of Georgia. I mean, I don't care who you are or who you cheer for on Saturdays. If you get an offer from Georgia, that's big time.
Yeah, that is true. So here we got a 31-yard field goal right here, Coach.
All right. I mean, I hate to say it, but this is the game.
20 seconds left, 30-yard field goal. No timeouts left for the black squad. You make it, you got a chance to win. You miss it, you're done. I mean, it is what it is.
Although this is an illegal formation. There's a snap, a hold. Kick is up. And it is good.
It is
Zalz's kick is good.
It's good.
Zalz's kick is good.
So now we got a 13-12 lead for the black squad, who just did exactly what you pinned them back deep. You made them drive the whole field. You kicked the ball into the end zone. Now you're kicking into the wind.
You did the things you're supposed to do, and that's the unfortunate thing about football.
Exactly.
Is sometimes you do all the stuff you're supposed to do, and it doesn't matter.
Well, if you are football hotbed fans, then you couldn't have asked for a better game. But it's still not done, Coach. You're kicking into the wind. If they don't get the ball down the field enough, or if they squib this thing and somebody falls on it, you've got 3 timeouts left.
Please see Coach Nick.
I tell you what, man. I don't know how you could not be a football hotbed fan after today.
Yeah, it's been great.
This football hotbed National Sophomore Showcase has been a really enjoyable game to commentate and watch. Of course, for those of you looking for information about Football Hotbed, you can go to footballhotbed.com. You can also call 1-888-879-3396.
Coach, I'm glad you did that. You did a nice job with those numbers, considering we're history teachers. That was well done.
Well, numbers are not my thing.
Nor mine.
But I tell you what, man, this has been.
Now they're going to pooch kick it. Coach is waving his hands. Kick it over here.
Yeah, you're not lying.
Kick it over here. That's exactly what he just told him. Do not dare kick the ball deep. Don't get it near that. I don't want to see anybody touch it. If they touch it, you're fired. Since he doesn't play for him during the regular year, he can fire him, and it doesn't matter.
Zalza lines up to kick.
Oh, onside kick.
It's a little blooper.
Look at this hop.
It's fielded off the one hop, little shortstop action.
All right, so they're going to get the ball. That was about a 2-yard return right there. They're going to get the ball with about, they got to get it.
I think that was Silsby that caught it.
He did. So they're going to give it to him right at the 40-yard line. Yeah, right at the 40. So you've got it right here, Coach. Realistically, you got 16 seconds, 3 timeouts. You got to get 35 yards to give yourself a realistic chance.
Yeah, you got the wind at your back.
You got to get 35 yards to give yourself a realistic chance right here. And, you think that maybe, just maybe, they're going to play a little. I'd call timeout right here. You get what I'm saying? And I'd get the whiteboard out and we'd draw up something funky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'd have a good time with it. We'd throw a slant or a dig coming from the wide side of the field and lateral it to number 6 coming from the short side of the field, old Boise State-like. See if we can catch something. That may be what they're going to do.
Jaden Williams in the gun.
It sounds funny, but there's nobody covering these guys in the slot. They're playing so deep.
Jaden gets pressure from the outside.
He's going to be tackled for a 1-yard loss, so he'll be sacked.
Brought down by number 21, Isaiah Finney.
First timeout for the white squad, Coach.
Finney makes him burn a timeout with a sack. 9 seconds left. At the very best, you've got time for 2 plays.
Yeah, at the very best, you got time for 2 plays.
I think it's hook and ladder time.
Yep. There's something. You got to do something right here. You got to throw it, deep down the right sideline and hope that somebody goes over the top of somebody and makes a play, catches the ball, ends up out of bounds, and you can kick a field goal, or they catch a ball running and 2 guys run into each other and you score. So, that's just the way it is. You got to – this has got to be –
Yeah, something's got to go your way right
There's got to be some luck involved in this play.
I think I split number 10 out wide, Rayvon Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I split him out wide and let number 80 come around and let him pitch it to him. Cause
that's a pretty good plan, Coach.
He's one of those that's not going to go down with the first lick. He's going to be able to stay up.
So, we're right here. We got 9.4 seconds left. It's going to be an interesting look right here.
Williams in the gun. There's a snap. He drops. He rolls out to the right. Gets it out to number 3.
He's got to get out of bounds.
They keep him in bounds. They got to call a timeout.
No, the game is over.
And
clock ran out.
That's going to be it. Let's see if they're going to put time back on.
That's your game.
Nope.
There is no clock. There is no time going back on.
National Sophomore Showcase.
The National Sophomore Showcase ends in a 13-12 game, Coach. Pretty good game, huh?
I tell you what, that was a great game.
Wait, they are doing something. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, yeah, he's signaling. Okay.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, the White Hat's signaling game over. Okay, there we go. I tell you what, that was a really, really nice finish to that game. For the game to finish 13-12.
Yes, great game.
After we basically went most of the first half without a score.
Yeah, it was, and there was some talented defensive linemen, but there was also you had some guys that showed up and made some big plays. Rochambeau made some plays. All right. And then you had I can't think right now, Coach, but the receiver that got the offer from Georgia, number 1.
Number 1.
Dude, explosive, strong. He had a great return on the punt earlier in the game. Had a big play down here on a 3rd and 13 to pick up 19, set up the game-winning field goal. So, very impressed with, the talent display and the parity in the games, along with the organization, because we're used to showing up places and games not starting on time. And these things are on time and moving.
It's really flowed well.
It has.
I tell you what, this is a hard one for me. I'm sitting here trying to think about who the player of the game for me is, and this is tough. There's several names that come to my mind. This is one of those where I'm going to have to go back and look at the rosters for a few minutes and really give it some thought. I tell you what, man, this football hotbed stuff is really where it's at. It's so well orchestrated and just really put together well.
No, they got this. They have a plan, and they've orchestrated that plan.
All right, well, that's going to bring this football hotbed sophomore national showcase to a close. Stay tuned for the football hotbed junior national showcase coming up. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to Football Hotbed, the Junior National Showcase. Hashtag it's a hotbed world. Coming to you live from beautiful McEachern High School in Powder Springs, Georgia. My main man, Craig Chapman. What's going on, Coach?
Nothing much, Coach. It's been a lot of fun today. You know, we get to talk football and sit up here in beautiful McEachern's press box and not freeze to death out in the wind and the cold. And we've had a good time doing this today, and it's been really good, competitive games, and I don't expect anything different with this one.
No doubt. So far, you know, we've already seen the coin toss. The white team deferred, and, of course, the black team wisely chose to receive.
I mean, they didn't kick off?
No. Yeah, I've seen that happen before, and it's rarely one of those happy moments for a coach. But if this game is anything like the last two, it is going to go down to the wire. The first game, the freshman game, was 23-7, but that didn't really tell the tale of the game. It was very close right up until the last probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, there was a couple of late interceptions that kind of made that score look a little bit more lopsided than it actually was. But it was a wild game. 7 turnovers in that game. You had an 80-yard touchdown, catch on a bubble screen in that game. It was an impressive and fun game to watch.
And then the sophomore game, 12-13.
Yeah, I mean, in the last drive of the game going into the win, the black squad, they converted on a 3rd and 13. They got a 12-yard completion, and then they got the roughing the passer penalty. Then they had the same scenario, another 3rd and 13, threw a 19-yard completion that set them up to kick a field goal with 21 seconds left that would eventually win the game. So.
All right, but the keys to the game right here, you and I talk about this all the time, and my thing is always the center quarterback exchange. We saw it be an issue early in the freshman game.
Yes.
And there was even a couple of miscues in that sophomore game. But as the kids get older, they get more experience, but still that familiarity between the quarterback and center is key. What do you think the keys for today's game outside of that will be?
Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, after watching this, it's hard to say it, but the wind is a key, all right? And when special teams. We've seen the game turn on special teams. Missed extra points, all right, made field goals, fumbled punts, things like that have caused big momentum shifts. We've had a punt return for a touchdown. That was what won the game. A 31-yard punt return for a touchdown or 32-yard won the game for the black squad last game. Yeah, I know they kicked a field goal late to win it, but they've scored a touchdown without the benefit of running an offensive series, and literally they won it because of their special teams. So special teams is the key, all right? Kicking game's a key, but also turnovers. We've seen, 11 turnovers in 2 games.
12.
So there it is.
Well, I can't wait to watch this. Callie Cannavale coming out to kick off for the white team. Trying to catch some numbers down there deep for the black team.
Then we got number 4.
Number 4, Tyler Mackey Jr.
And number 5.
And number 5, Henry Parrish Jr. A couple of juniors here at the Junior National Showcase for Football Hotbed.
Junior.
Junior.
Roger.
So it's my Victor.
There we go.
And here's the focus. Cannavale comes up to kick. And it's exactly what I expected. Corner in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback.
I was hoping they'd let him return it. That was looking good. I expect to see – we saw a jump from the freshman game to the sophomore games. I expect to see another jump from the sophomore game to the junior game.
No disrespect to either other, but the speed of the game increases each time you watch it. It's just like when you watch a high school game and then go watch a college game. The speed of the game is just different.
All right, so you're going to have 1st and 10 for the black squad right here at the 20-yard line. I can't wait to see what they come out, what the initial drive looks like.
All right. Like you said, 1st and 10 from the 20.
How about that dude in the backfield can fly?
You know he can. In the gun, there's a snap. Quick give up the gut. My goodness, he is wrapped up in a hurry.
Gain of 1. We'll be generous and say that. Bring up 2nd down and 9 from the 21-yard line. Look like we're going to get a little 3-4 look in this game, Coach.
So it seems.
We got some dogs look like they're playing on the defensive line in this game. Woo-wee.
You're not lying, buddy.
Look at this outside linebacker over here, too. This dude is – I mean, they got some guys that are put together out here.
Trips out to the right-hand side. Owens in the gun. 3-man rush. Owens drops, lets it fly out to the right side, has a man open.
He caught that.
And that's caught by number 4, Tyler Mackey Jr. Man, he went up and grabbed that one. DB had really good position right there, I thought, but still able to bring it down.
33-yard gain right there. Setting up 1st down at the 47-yard line.
Owens getting them lined up in a hurry.
Yeah. We're going to get a little –
trips into the boundary. Owens gives up the gut.
Hello. Wow.
And just met by pretty much everybody on the white defense. That ball given to Henry Parrish.
Parrish.
And just, I mean, my goodness, they were all over him.
Parrish with a loss of 1 on the play.
That's going to bring up 2nd. Well, it looks like they're going to take, 2nd about 11. And the black team slows down a little bit. Owens going to the sideline to get the play.
Oh, I got you.
Doubles look. And there's that stack.
Yeah, there it is. We're finna get some stack release rules down here on the bottom.
Owens in the gun.
Trap.
A little trap action.
Hello.
My goodness. Who? I do believe that was number 55 right there for the black team that just decided to come in and just blast somebody.
End up being a 2-yard gain right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 right here at the 46-yard line.
That was Isaiah Donaldson. And I take that back. What number is the quarterback? I'm having a hard time seeing that.
I thought it was 12, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, I take that. That's Michael Neal in the gun.
No, it's 11.
11. He rolls to the right, lets it fly out there.
It was a great catch. Too bad it was out of bounds. Michael Neal can throw the football. Wish he would have trusted himself and ran a little bit right there. He could have set it up. And,
well, if that's 11, that's Keon Smith throwing the ball, Coach.
It's Keon Smith then.
That's my mistake. I'll tell you what, he let it fly, though.
All right, so, Coach, that's one of those things we talked about. You know, in every game, one of the keys is going to be what do you do on 3rd down. All right, now you've got that stuff. You know, we looked at the first key was what? Special teams, right? So right now, we're going to get a chance right here to punt. You know, punting it into the wind right here, so you're going to see what kind of coverage you got. Also, you know, we're going to see if they're going to take the delay right here because it looks like they are. That or they're going to call timeout. So.
Well, they've got it showing as 4th down.
It is 4th down. 4th and 9.
Okay, well, you're better at math than I am, so I'm going to take your word for it.
It doesn't matter. Most games that we do, they end up with 5 downs. Only if you're at
Lenore Park, home of the 5th down.
There you go. But, you know, we've talked about special teams. The first punt in every game going in this direction has been fumbled. We've played 2 games. The first punt going in this direction has been fumbled.
Trying to get everybody out there.
They finally gave them the delay. They drafted, 10, 12 people to the punt team.
That's tough, man.
It is. I mean, but, sometimes some of those things are to be expected in games like this, especially in that first time when you may not ever have been on the punt team. Get what I'm saying? Now, this Hotbed Football Classic has been really good today, but, it has been, there have been a lot of turnovers, which is something you might expect from this when some guys haven't played in a while.
Good snap, kick right there. Ball fielded by number 6 for the white team. He heads around the left side.
Gain of 1 on the return. The ball will be placed at the 18-yard line, and that is the first time we've had a punt in the first quarter today not being fumbled.
Jabari Blakely on the return, and Henry Parrish came down and introduced himself.
Coach, you want to look back and go back and next time we get a break in the action, we'll go back and look at the jump ball catch in the first drive.
That's a good idea. Here comes the white team. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line.
Oh, we got a wide doubles right here, Coach.
Yeah, this is a spread look, isn't it, buddy?
And it's a 4-3 defense.
Here comes motion. Start. And you can't do that.
Nope.
False start on white. That's going to bring up 1st and 15. That's never a good thing.
All right. So you got 1st and 15. You're at your 14-yard line right here. You know, it's one of those things. It's kind of weird. We haven't seen a snap yet, but that play was very promising. I ain't gonna lie to you, Coach. If he gets that ball off and there's not a penalty, he might be on the edge.
Motion coming across. Number 5 working to the outside, gets a great block on the outside.
Yes, he did.
That carry was number 5, Kevin Ross, but Xavier Henderson out there at his wide receiver spot on the left side. Man, what a great block.
Ross, that gained 4 yards right there. 2nd and 11 right there from the 18-yard line, or 17-yard line, my bad.
Kamani Brown in the gun, waiting on the snap.
No one's covering this slot over here.
Doubles. Quick give around the left side again.
He's
Number 4 manages to stay up. Good balance right there by Ahmad Fitchett.
Fidget gets 2 on that to bring up 3rd down and 9. Another key of the game, staying on the field, Coach. Got to convert 3rd downs.
Well, a wise old coach once told me you got to win 3rd down on offense. You got to extend the drive on defense. You got to get off the field.
Be interesting to see what they come with right here. Going with the wind, they might want to go ahead and take their little shot, see if they can get somebody, on this short, what they call a hole throw right here, because you're getting a cover 2 look. And by these guys right here carrying, they're going to have to carry because nobody's covering the slot.
Brown tries to roll to his right.
No, sir.
But my goodness. My goodness, I tell you what now. Number 9 was bearing down on him. That's Anderson Kobe.
Well, Mr. Kobe just sacked him for a loss of 2, but that was impressive. That was quick and athletic. I mean, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon right there.
That joker, he was bearing down on him, buddy. I tell you what, that's we've been talking about the body types today, and he's another one of those big, rangy-looking guys, long limbs, the kind of guy that you look for to play DN, and obviously very quick.
It's funny watching all these guys get drafted out here to play on the punt team.
Canaval lining up the kick.
There it is. Now they got it ready.
All right. Back deep. There's a snap. Nice punt.
Gonna have a chance
right here. Going to be fielded by number 2 for the black team. He's fighting for everything he's worth. Nice hard run.
Nice
Tavares Drizzen.
16-yard return right there, but Drizzen's going to set up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Coach, let's go back to the first drive right here. Play 164.
Well, there we go.
And this was the big play in the first drive. Got the switch release right here. He's going to throw it in the hole right here.
And just big-time catch,
Yep, right there, going up over the top.
That's just a big-time play right there by number 4, Tyler Mackey Jr.
Yep. Now we're going to get 1st and 10 right here at the 37.
Looks like we've got a new quarterback. Snap,
fumble.
Quick give up the middle. That ball's going to be
by number 55.
Ball fumbled by number 5, Henry Parrish. going to be recovered by number 55, Justin Jackson.
Ball recovered by number 55, Justin Jackson.
Big play right there. You know, turnovers played a big part in the games today. At one point, at one point in the freshman game, we saw back-to-back turnovers.
Yeah, we did. We'll ask the same question. You got the wind right now. Do you take the shot right here with 6:39 to go in the first quarter?
You know, if I'm out here and I'm going to let Mr. Brown take a shot down the field, either that or I'm going to throw it to this slot and see if he can run.
That's what I'm saying. They're not covering the slot. There's a power read.
There it goes. He's got the edge.
Nice.
And it's going to be a nice gain. Looks like 8 or 9 yards.
No, he's going to end up with 11, Coach.
Sequan Joe Pierre.
11 yards and a first down right there. Nice little stretch zone read right there.
They're going to give him a first down on that.
Yep. So you got 1st and 10 at the 40 right here after an 11-yard gain on first down. And we're moving.
Doubles. There goes again.
Same play.
And he's going to be brought down.
For a 1-yard loss right there, going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brought down by number 9.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Anderson Kobe. Going to bring up 2nd down and 11. I'll tell you what. It has indeed been a hashtag hotbed world today, sir.
I mean, it's been a lot of fun, too. I mean, they should be very proud. You know, Football Hotbed should be very proud of the product that they've put on the field today. The kids should be proud for the effort. But this has been well done.
Brown lets it fly out to the left side. Gets a good block.
Oh,
loses his footing.
That might be a
ball,
touchdown.
And there it goes the other way. That ball picked up by number 1 for the black team. That's Javier Morton.
18-yard return.
Going the other way with it.
And we're even in turnovers now, Coach.
I tell you what, Morton comes up a little gingerly after that run, but that was a big-time play. But I thought he might head down the sideline with that one a little further than he was already going to. That's one of those where you got a pretty good play, and, you know, that's the thing, man, when it's this cold.
Yes. Ball gets cold and hard and slippery.
And most of these kids are from Florida and Georgia, and we're not used to playing when it's really cold.
All right, so you got, 5:40 here in the first quarter. You've already had 2 turnovers. You got no points. So we're about par for the course on the first 2 games, so we're going to see how this works. Jet.
There's a snap. Give him on the jet. Oh,
get down.
Yeah, get down.
That's a gain of 4. Let's see where they've actually marked this thing.
Handoff given to number 8.
Okay.
That's Richard Dunbar.
Mr. Dunbar gained 4 yards without his helmet. I'll just go ahead and say that. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6.
Jacob Reeves in the gun waiting on a snap. Got trips out to his right-hand side. Still looks like they're going to send a 3-man rush right here.
Playing this 3-4.
There's a snap. Reeves drops, looks left, decides to take off. And it's going to be brought down by number 10.
Gain of 3 on that. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4.
3rd down.
DeLon Smith on the play. Reeves unable to get outside.
All right, so we've talked about special teams, Coach. We've talked about turnovers. We've talked about 3rd down. All right, we've discussed the wind. All of these things are being parts of the big deal in this game. Right now we haven't seen. We're getting a look at a different defense in this one. The three-man front, the 3-4.
There's a stoppage of play right here.
I don't understand what the stoppage of play is.
I'm not sure what they're doing right there, but whatever.
They weren't either. That's why they stopped play.
You got a stack out there to the right-hand side. That's a different trips look. Reeves drops, gets pressure.
Right now, this is what's giving them problems. They're not sending anybody. They sent 4 that time, Coach, and they're dropping 7, and they're expecting they're expecting to see something quick, and they've got people in the passing lane, and he's got nowhere to go with the football.
Jarrell Colbert was back there in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tell you what, if you can rush with 3 guys on 5 and pressure the quarterback, then you're going to have a really good day defensively.
Well, we're fixing to see a 42-yard field goal attempted right here. And field goals today going in this direction, there's been 1 field goal made, and it was to win the game last time. So, I mean, you know, you got to understand that this is one of those things where, you know, the wind is playing havoc with this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Cannavale. I'm pretty sure he's kicking for both teams.
Mm-hmm. Should be interesting to see how this ends up right here. Well, that dude's got hops on defense.
Yeah, he does. There's a snap. Good hold.
Great snap. Got a chance.
Yeah.
Wide left.
It went off the upright.
Yeah. I know one thing. That dude hammered that ball.
Yeah, he did. That was into the wind, folks.
Yes, it was. 42 yards into the wind.
And the kick is no good.
So with 3:05 left in the first, still 0-0 tie.
Let's take a look at this play from the last series. All right. Okay. You got this. You're going to throw the little quick screen out here and a nice little design. And as you can see, they've got it set up. Everybody is set up right here on the block right here, you know, and then it runs as you get it. He just loses it and ends up being a big play for the black squad. Smash route. Oh, that was a really nice call right there.
Pass intended.
That's a shame right there to see that ball drop. That pass from Michael Neal, ball intended for number 5, Kevin Ross.
That was a really good throw right there. Really nice throw. And, you know, to be honest, that's the way that you attack cover 2, Coach Collins. You attack it, you know, put somebody in the flat and then try to throw it into that big hole right there between the corner and the safety. So, under 3 minutes now to go in the first quarter. We still are scoreless here in the Junior Hotbed Classic.
Neal takes a
National
snap,
Showcase.
lets it fly out to the right-hand side. Number 5, Kevin Ross, makes good progress with the ball. Is going to pick up about 5, bring up 3rd and manageable.
So you're going to get 3rd right now. I think they're going to give him 6. So it's going to end up being 3rd down and 4.
It'll be 3rd and 4.
You know, that 3rd and 4 is something you can work with.
Yeah. And you can come back and run the same play realistically. You know, you're going to get a chance right here. They're playing everything to stop the run. They're keeping their linebackers in. They got a single high safety right now. Not even that. They're not even covering that.
Neal takes a snap, gives around the left side. No, don't go backwards.
He went way backwards.
Ahmad Fitchett just can't find anywhere to go.
13-yard loss on 3rd and 4.
And the black defense is bearing down on him from the word go.
I mean, you know, you got to realize they're keeping those guys, those linebackers in. The running game is going to be really hard to do right now until you threaten them on the edge.
Number 55, Isaiah Donaldson, instrumental in that last play for the defense. Here we go.
All right. So now here it is, special teams again.
Cannavale lines up to kick. And that's a pretty good punt. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. There it is.
And it's a race to the ball now. Still nobody has it. Still nobody in possession of the ball.
Where's it at? Did it go out of bounds?
It looks like it.
And it stayed. All right. So what you're getting right here is, you know, this is what happens when you don't play together, Coach. And you don't really get a chance to work on special teams. The communication